Hey everybody, welcome to another round of Canje Plays. Today I am excited, I am thrilled, and I am over the moon that I get to do this Kickstarter preview of Spires and Hildegard by Greg Favreau. He has, I promise not to call him Steven this time, but he has done a fantastic job of creating this next chapter in the Spires End series, and I'm glad to have him with me. Greg, how's it going?
It's going great. Going great. Happy to be here.
So, just kind of, just to give us a little bit of backstory on where does Hildegard why the next chapter is Hildegard? How does that go? How does that play in?
Yeah. The last game was a lot of death and destruction and a lot of heads flying and stuff like that. And I just after doing that for what 3.5 years, I really needed a break and kind of change direction. So I took my favorite character from that game and then spun off into her own little game. And so this is kind of like a lighthearted little adventure. It's I compare it to like if Spire's End is my Lord of the Rings, this is my Hobbit. It's kind of like my little pre-game.
So it's basically a sequel of it's a prequel to the main Spires End, the first game that you play that you created.
It's like a pre-offshoot, is what I kind of.
So what's the now this is super excited. I got to play a little bit of this before, and I gotta let y'all know this game is, if you like Spire's End, I do, you will like this one for sure. It's a lot of fun. Like Greg said, it's not as dark and gritty, but it still has a lot of the fun elements that go along with it. And so the Kickstarter's coming, as you can see up in the top left. The Kickstarter's coming summer 2021. There's no set date yet, but once there is, and if you when the preview page goes up, I'm sure that'll get Greg. I'm sure that'll get posted on social media somewhere, and then they can go kind of remind themselves. So when the Kickstarter starts, they'll be able to be notified and get all that information. Is that correct?
Yeah, yeah. I'm actually hoping that next week I can announce the date. Um, it's just a matter of a few things lining up. The things I'm waiting on and stuff like that. So if I can get all those things to just line up just right, I'll have the date next week, and hopefully, I can announce it.
Okay. Hey, Kate. Welcome. Kate's saying hey to you and me. So, hello, Kate. Welcome,
Hello.
welcome. Pull up a chair. Pull up a chair. So, while we're running through this, if you have any questions for Greg, go ahead and ask them in the chat, and we can just talk about it. He's here to. We're here to play. He's going to be playing along. This will be a two-player playthrough. This game is a 1 to 2 player game, and you'll see the mechanics between the two player option, which this game is truly a solo game, but we have a two-player option. That two-player option is a helper to the main player, and you'll get a sense of that. And Greg will be playing as that character. He'll show you the card and everything, and we can go through and have a lot of fun with that. So let's get some information. We'll get down to the table and we have some fun with it. So this is just the preview site of Spire's End that you have on Board Game Geek, which is basically Spire's End Hildegard. There's not a image that's set up just yet because remember the Kickstarter hasn't even gone live yet, right? So it looks like it's due to be released next year. 1 to 2 player, about 30 minutes to 180 minutes. If you roll really terribly like I do, it's probably going to be a 10-minute game. but it's that aspect, and it's the same. It plays a lot of the things that Spire's End also has, where it was that kind of choose your own adventure and choose your own path. With that, you really get a sense of your decisions matter, and your decisions do matter in Hildegard. Depending on what you pick, leading you down different branching paths. And Greg's put a lot of work into this. I can only say that because I got to test this a little bit, so I saw a lot of the love that he put into it, and it's a pretty. I like it. I really like what I've played so far, and I can't wait to play the rest of the story and see how everything goes out. And to this is not a spoiler because it's going to be when we start. It'll be you'll see it right away, but it's what's in the package. I must know. I must know what's in the package. So you'll see that as soon as we start. Greg, so kind of what is your thoughts on like future content of this? Are you stopping at Hildegard? Is there more Spire's End coming in the future? Is there anything that you could speak to, or are you kind of keeping it close to the vest for right now?
I mean, I have other ideas. I have other little things I've messed with, but this is so all in, you know, it's so intense that it's really hard to look past this. And I really just got to make it through this one alive. Because after the last one, I was like, I'm never doing this again. And here I am, doing it again. So I want to see if I make it through this one. And then, then I'll take it on. If it works great, yes, there'll be something else. But yeah, a lot of things got to happen.
I think it'll be great. I think it'll be a lot of. So there's not a lot. If you go on Board Game Geek, you can see this up. The Kickstarter preview page isn't up yet, but like Greg said previously, for people who are just joining, that it's looking like he'll have a decision on what that looks like coming next week, and then from there it'll just determine how it.
The Board Game Geek page, I literally just put that stuff in like 5 days ago, just to start getting the ball rolling for the Kickstarter. So there are pictures that are going in and things, but I mean, things are just starting to take off. So
yeah, I'm excited. All right, so you've heard us chat, and remember, if you have any questions for Greg, feel free to ask that anytime you want while we're playing, and he's here to answer, and we're going to go through and have some fun. He'll make sure, someone's got to keep me honest, so he'll make sure that we're playing this honest, and he'll be playing along with me instead of rolling on the monsters against me, which he probably is going to do too. He also will be playing with me as the second player, so we'll get to have some fun with that.
So I was also going to say, maybe we should do a few where you just kind of do it yourself, and then so they can see it also 2-player and 1-player.
Sure, that sounds good.
Okay.
All right, so let's head down to the table, and we'll see what's up. So before we get down to the table, I've got the site up. This is, if you're curious, you can go to spiresend.com /Hildegard, and the Hildegard site is up on Greg's main site, so you can get a lot of info about a little bit more information about what the game's about and how it plays. So the site is up.
The rules, actually, the whole rule book is now available to download too.
Yeah, awesome. All right, so let's zoom in a little, because this is Spire's End. This is the game. We've got it right here. We've got it ready to go. Just like Spire's End, the main game, it starts with a deck of cards that tells you what to do, and you begin starting your adventure. And so we have, basically, it says begin here, and you see these 111s on here, and I can pull this up. You can see it a little bit better. So it says reveal one of the three starting cards. So you have these 3 ones, and it's labeled by these numbers here. So you have these 3, and you pick which one you want to reveal. Not all 3. You just pick whichever one. So I'm going to shuffle these up, and then we're going to pick this one and put these off outside of play. So you'll flip these over, and I want y'all to see this beautiful art that is on here. Canje made me buy it. No, Greg built it, so he made you buy it. It's not on me. So here is basically the first card that you come into, and it's for the Baroness. You wait to the promise of adventure. A small package has been dropped at your doorstep. Your first delivery. It's a hastily wrapped box with instructions. It's to be delivered in pristine condition to the Baroness of Seacrest Cliffs. Pull cards 88, 89, and 90, then go. So pull, when you see pull on there, now all that means is just take those cards out of the deck, flip them over, and then just get back to the story where you were rolling. So I'm going to basically go through here, find cards 89, 90, and 91. So we got 88, 89, and 90. Sorry, I said 91. It was 88, 89, and 90. Put these back here. And then we flip these over. We've got a picture of Hildegard, and this art is just awesome. Greg, who is your artist working on this?
Diego Frias is one of them. He's the guy that does all the character art and the item art. And then we also have another artist who's doing some illustrations for architecture and backgrounds, and that is Cy Gardner. So, but Diego is doing most of the art, and you can check out his Instagram. It's all over my Instagram page. His stuff's amazing.
So we've got our 3 starting things that we start with. We have 88 is Hildegard. So that is her. This is her. Her inventory goes below. So can you tell us a little bit what these boxes are with the stars in them?
Yeah, so during the course of the game, there's a few things that you can get as bonuses, and it's called feats of strength. And if you meet certain criteria during target cards or encounters, you can get those, and then you can use those as kind of a currency during fights. So you could, for example, pay 1 feat of strength to do a certain thing, and there's like a little kind of shopping list of the things you can use them for.
And bear in mind, before we get started, we want to say this: the things that you're seeing, these are prototype preview items, right? They can and possibly might change during. I know the dice definitely will change. A lot of the card art, a lot of the verbiage on here could be different when the Kickstarter delivers. But so just bear in mind, what you're seeing here is not final. These are prototype copies of.
And they aren't even the prototypes of the dice yet. Those are kind of our decal dice. We don't even have those yet, but they're on the way. So, some things will, those get better with time.
Yeah. So we've also got our mysterious package. And it says, you pick up the package and turn it over. It's wrapped in paper with some light markings here and there. You don't recognize them as much as you would like to give it a shake. You don't. Well, not yet. Wonder if you will ever know its contents? For now, it will remain a mystery. So we place this in our inventory. I probably zoom out a little. That's in. There we go.
Because the inventory works exactly like the last game, where you have a little tab that you slide underneath your character card.
Yep. Just like, so it says mysterious package. Then we also have our handy dandy slingshot. And so it said, your most trusted possession, carved from the heart of a 1,000-year-old pine. You wouldn't go anywhere without it. With this slingshot, you can roll the black wild shot die at the end of each set. Place this in your inventory. And we'll talk about what the wild shot die means when we get to that, so you can see exactly what that means. So we slide those under there, and then we just continue with the story. So we wake up, we have a package, we need to deliver it to the Baroness of Seaside Cliffs. We did the pull cards 88, 89, and 90, then it says, then go to. So now it's our decision time. This is our fork in the road. We're either going to the Mercantile, which is card 8, or we're going to Breakfast, which is card 2. So for me, I'm going to go to Breakfast.
Let chat decide?
Oh, sure. Yeah. Chat, what do you want to do? We can do that. Chat, what do you want to do? Do you want to go to the Mercantile, or do you want to go to Breakfast? And I'm going to get a drink of water while they decide.
And we can trump that if no one chimes in.
Yeah, it's all good.
Oh.
Yep, there we go.
2 breakfasts.
All right, breakfast it shall be. So we draw card number 2. Oh, that's dangerous to let us decide, Craig. So we've got 3 breakfasts, so we're going to go with breakfast. So it said if we're choosing breakfast, card number 2. So we pull card number 2, flip this over, and it is the Hungry Hog. Before embarking into the wild, you decide a hearty breakfast at the Hungry Hog is in order. You haven't eaten since yesterday, and your stomach is growling. Farfully, if I said that right, Greg. The barkeep
Yep.
asks what you'll have. So, decision time. Do you want dried fruits and nuts, porridge and coffee, or bread and buttermilk? Ooh, and Greg, one thing that I forgot is starting money. It's 3 gold, right?
Yep. Yep. 3 gold.
Yep.
And I'm character number 2, which I'll show. So this is the character card for 2. This is Hallveg, her sister, and she starts with no money.
Okay. All right, so we have 3 gold. Well, I'll put it here on her. She has 3 gold on her. And now we determine what we're going to eat. So, chat, my life is in your hands. Are we doing dried nut? Are we eating for breakfast dried fruit and nuts, porridge and coffee, or bread and buttermilk? Looks like we got a coffee. Coffee. Yep, so we've got 2 coffees. And of course, Steven, you're going to pick coffee. So it's full coffee. So we're doing porridge and coffee, which is card number 4. So automatically we discard 3. That's no longer part of our story path. So now we're going to go to card number 4, flip that over. And behind the curtain, you slurp up the last of your porridge, down the rest of your coffee, and pay up. So pay 1 gold for breakfast. We'll take 1 gold off of here. Put that on. So we've paid for it. You barely get out of the door when a stout man with old spectacle blocks your path. You're late. Get in the wagon. So do we play along? Or say, huh? I'm not doing that. So which one do you want to do? You want to get in the wagon to play along? Or do you want to say, yeah, nah, bruh? Hey, Tara, pull up a chair. Pull up a chair. Welcome, welcome.
Have you gone this way?
I went part of this way. I didn't do the other, so I'm curious what the chat's gonna pick. So we've got one person saying play along. So remember, your options are play along or, huh? I'm not doing that.
Well, sensible answer.
But Kate, he has candy. He has candy. Is that supposed to be okay to do?
You can't see his eyes.
So we got 2 2 nahs and 1 play along. So we'll go with the nah. So we're gonna pull card number 15. So
Let's do it.
Yeah, 1 down to 15. So we discard all the way down. These are no longer in our path. And we go to 15. Cards. So imagine that for a second. Already we've diverged to one branch of the story and still making decisions. The replay value is in finding out what else you can do, right? There are paths when I played the beta that even there's some paths where I'm like, okay, I want to go back and take the path and see what that goes. So card number 15, we flip that over, and we've got our first fight. The speckled man won't take no for an answer. Wait! You must have this or else, he spouts, then reaches into his jacket pocket. You're alarmed by his forcefulness. So now it's combat time. So this hit and miss, it depends on how you do in combat. So Greg, I'm going to let you break down this card to them so they can fully go through what each side, and we can start with the top left.
Sure. And then I think you should do this one solo because I think it'll make more sense after I've explained it to do it that way.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. So from the top left, so the red flag that's coming down that has the 1 on there, that's how many times we need to hit him to proceed to the positive outcome. So you either hit him or you miss him. Your character has a slingshot, so you're never killing anybody. It's always just, do you actually hit the character or not? So this is what I call a hit card. So it's going to take 1 hit to get this target. And then in the middle, it says accuracy and sets. The accuracy on this card is a 3. That means you're going to roll 3 shot dice. So he has those dice on the table there. And then sets will go over. I think we should just go over that later since there's only one set right now. And then on the other side, the right, there are some gold symbols. Well, actually, you know what? I'm going to do symbols below. The symbols below the character, there's 2 symbols there. There's a dot and a circle. Now, those are the symbols you can use to make a bullseye during this encounter. There's a bunch of different ones. Maybe you can show them on the dice, the different symbols. There's 5 different symbols, and you can make them up into bullseyes. So during this specific encounter, those are the only 2 symbols we can use. So yeah, and that's the simplest version of it. And at the end of each set, this would be one set, you would then roll your modifier dice, which is called the wild shot, and that can be beneficial or detrimental to the actual to your hit. So I think it'll make sense once you actually roll through it, and people can kind of see how that goes. And then there's also that little bit on the side, the bonus. So if you actually make up those particular those sides, you can then get 1 gold. So it's kind of like a little bonus objective. If you can get the circle, the dot, and then that half circle, you'll gain a gold as well.
All right, so we're going to roll these first. And remember, my accuracy is 3. I'm going for a circle and a dot out of these 3 dice. Dice rolling. You know how good I am at this. So what I rolled was, I rolled a bullseye, but it wasn't what we could use. So I basically got a red half a bullseye, a red half a bullseye, and a black half a bullseye, which does not which is not what's being accepted here. And it's only one set, so that's what it is.
But you can now, you only have to lock in 1 dice.
Yep. So I'm going to lock in 1. And this is, and we'll explain kind of locking in as we, well, I'll let Greg explain locking in as I do that.
Yeah, so when you roll, you're not just stuck with your 3 rolls. You only have to leave 1 down on the table each time you roll. And this is called, if you want to re-roll any of the dice other than the one you lock in, it's called finessing your shot. So what he's going to do is he's going to re-roll 2 of them, and he's unfortunately has to leave 1 down. And then from those second 2, he can either keep them or re-roll 1 of them.
Yep, so I got the dot, so I kept that, and now I have 1 more time that I could do this and try to get the circle. Oof. So that is my shot. I didn't make it. I got 1 dot, but this is where the wild shot comes in. So if I roll a wild shot, hey Fred, pull up a chair, pull up a chair. So if I roll a wild shot and I get a bullseye on this, I hit. It's an auto hit. But if I get an X on this roll, if I were to get an X on this roll, I would have to get rid of 1 of my locked in die. If I get a blank, then it's nothing. So I rolled the wild shot die, it came up blank, which means I missed. So then what means at the end of that, what I have to do now is I have to pull the miss card, which is this one, which is card number 28. So we get rid of 16 all the way down to 28. More story that you can find out more about later.
Hey, I'm going to quickly I'm going to relocate because I need to plug myself in.
Sure. So we're at card 28 for the miss. And it says, Fool's Hand. You nearly hit me, you fool! Why would I stick my neck out for you? Ugh, just take it. He waves the card in your face like he's fanning a fire. Do you want to accept the card? Or do you want to, whatever it is, I don't want it. So which one?
I don't suppose I can make a choice.
Sure.
Sheet,
Sure, go for it.
just because there's things I want people to see and things I don't want people to see.
Okay.
How about, if I may, we say we don't want the card.
Okay, we'll say we don't want the card then. We will go with.
And I won't do that again.
That's fine. That's fine. So we'll go with 48. Oh, more story going away. 48. 48. Card 48. We don't want it. So what happens? Not in the cards. You ungrateful, ignorant child. You have no idea what you're dealing with. Your bag suddenly feels very light. Inexplicably, the man is now holding the package.
I made a terrible mistake. we didn't want to go this way.
So the game ended. We died.
Wow. That is what I did there was the exact opposite of what I intended.
So we'll.
So my suggestion was actually the opposite of that, so that we didn't hit that. So what I think we should do is what you probably don't is what you're not supposed to ever do on a Spire's End game, which is go back and go the other direction.
Yeah. So I'll say what we'll do for this one. So when you hit this card, this is ending number 4, which means there's multiple different ways to end the game. But we're gonna retcon, and we're gonna say that we didn't take this one because we want to show you a little bit more of the adventure, because there's more to show and there's more things to do. So we'll go ahead.
There's more than 10 endings in chapter 1 alone. So yeah.
And how many chapters are going to be in the complete game when it's done?
There's 4 chapters, 100 cards each in each chapter of the game.
Okay. Steven says, Greg, we saw nothing. So we'll go to 59 instead. So we're going to take the card. 59. So you got to see a death. But that's okay. So 59. We flip this over, and 59's got more story. It's called Ration. It's setting in. You're leaving the gray. Wait, is that right? Is Ration's the right one for that one? So we take the card.
It is.
Okay.
Before advancing to card 59, roll the black die. If it's pull card 87. We have a few other things to do. We actually didn't do.
Oh, you're right. So you're right. I accept the card.
You know what? It's all my fault. I completely derailed us. I told us to go the wrong way.
It's okay. It's okay. It happens, man. It's all good. So I'll accept card. So we'll take card 59. We pull card 59. Pull card 87. So let's do that. It's all good. Pull card 87. Before advancing to 59, roll the black die. If it's a bullseye, pull card 65. Okay, so pull card 87. Card 87 is the mark of the grizzly. So it says you can't say for sure, but you feel different. So let's roll the. It says roll the black die, which this is the red die, but it'll be the black die on the final game. That's why I said prototype. And we're trying to get a bullseye. And we got an X. So, nope. So no bullseye. We're not pulling card 65. Alright. Now I can put that back. We've got a new item here that says Mark of the Grizzly. You can't say for sure, but you feel different. In some instances, going forward, you may be able to use the Mark of the Grizzly ability. Put this in your inventory. Cool. Got those symbols. Alrighty. And then we move forward to 59. All right. Now that makes sense.
Well, at least now they know that you can get tripped up early on. There are endings everywhere.
Yeah. It's Kate says 4 chapters sounds awesome for what this is so far, so that's awesome. It's setting in. You're leaving the Grey Oaks. Maybe one final stop at the Mercantile. To visit the Mercantile, pull cards 93, 94, and 95, unless they have been already purchased. They have not, so I'm going to pull them. 93, 94, and 95. So 93 is a grappling hook. Art to come soon. So what you're seeing here, there's the symbol for the grappling hook. You see it's an inventory item, and this is how much it costs, the price that you see, so it's 1 gold. Maybe traded for Midnight Pelt when it comes to that. And so this rope looks strong with a sharp set of barbs on the end to climb up and down when hooked. Handy indeed. If purchased, place in your inventory. So that's 1 item to purchase. The next one is the chestnut popper. Maybe traded for a midnight pelt. You see the symbol of the chestnut there. It costs 2 gold to buy. Brisket beams as you look over a nondescript chestnut on a leaf. What's this, you ask? A chestnut popper handed over to me by mistake during a trade. You'd best not know the details. It can be used too. ... So if purchased, put that in your inventory. And the third is the enchanted Bota bag. So Menzo, the Grey Oak's best leatherworker, has been crafting these for 50 years. Any water placed inside will be safe to drink. If purchased, place this in your inventory. Yes, the enchanted Bota bag is already full of fresh spring water, and it costs 3 gold for that. So we know we only have 2 gold left. To me, I feel like we're going to need a grappling hook at some point in our life. So I'm going to buy that with 1 gold, and that's all I can afford.
I just want to note that the art for the Bota bag and the grappling hook were completed. Those are the last 2 that we did for the prior to the Kickstarter. So they came out really nice. I wish I had them on there.
All good. All right, so at the outskirts of town, you're approached by an old woman, her face barely visible under a pointed hood. You there? You a fisherman? She asks. On occasion, you stammer. Well then, I know a place you can catch something for both of us. A little fishing might not be a bad idea. So, do you all want to go fishing? Or not go fishing? Would you rather fish alone or fish with this this fisherman who has approached? I'm gonna take another drink of water while you decide. Here. To fish or not to fish? Fishing with friends. Okay. So fishing sounds good. So it says, sure, show me the place. Draw card 60.
Not really. I don't know if she's a friend.
Steven says he's pre-ordered Spire's End second printing. Awesome.
Thank you so much.
So
real quick on that, the second printing is actually the freight is here. They've been loaded off of the boat as of, what is it? It's is it Wednesday?
No, it's Thursday.
They've cleared customs.
No, it's Wednesday.
They've cleared customs, and I'm just waiting for them to show up. They should be here in the next 3 days to start sending out.
Nice.
So crossing my fingers and hoping they get here.
Very nice. That's
sooner than later.
Yeah, I wish today was Thursday, but no, it's Wednesday.
Yeah.
All right, so you got the touch. So she leads you across Edgewater Bridge. I've tried here. Nothing bites, you groan. Listen, I need someone with a strong arm and the right touch. Cast all the way out to those cattails. I can't reach them myself. She hands you a fishing pole. The lure is an odd black stone. It's heavy. Okay, here goes. Pull card 61. So we've got the cattails. All right. So we've got some sets, some number of sets on here, some little bit of different stuff. So Greg, you want to run through this one?
Sure. Now, yeah, this one's a little tougher. It's a we're fishing now. What this card is kind of showing us is that this system is going to be used for all different kinds of things to measure success and failure. So for here, it's whether or not we make a catch or not, and we're going to need to get 6 hits basically, or it's going to take 6 to accomplish this task. And the accuracy is 4, meaning we can roll 4 shot dice, and we can do this series 4 times. So, we'll roll through our 4 dice like we did before. We can finesse them where we can re-roll 3, then re-roll 2, then re-roll 1, and then we roll our modifier dice, and that's a set. And we can do that 4 times, and hopefully we can get 6 bullseyes within that to catch whatever it is we're trying to catch. And then if we happen to get 7 bullseyes, we will also get ourselves a feat of strength, and that's like the little bonus. So below we have our 4 symbols that we can use to get those bullseyes. And do you want to do this one together?
Yeah, I'm down for that. So they can feel the 2-player aspect. So the difference between the single player and the 2-player, and the 2-player side is the single player. You saw me do a fight as just me myself. So if you're playing solo, and if you play solo on this one, you'll do the same thing. You'll just roll your 4 dice and keep going. But Greg is going to be joining in with his character, and we're going to roll some dice together. So, yep, that's her. And so we're going to be rolling some dice together on this one. All right. And we all, because of our slingshot, we get the wild shot die at the end of our roll as well. So, Greg, you ready?
I'm ready. Now he's gonna roll 4, but I have a little handicap and I'm gonna be rolling 3 dice. So that's the first difference.
All right. So here we go. Ooh.
Okay. I have everything I have is useless. So now if I had gotten the other color bullseyes,
yeah,
I could use them. But since I don't, all 3 of these are nothing.
I have 2.
What'd you get?
I have 2 circles, a half a circle, and a half a bullseye black. Not black, not the one that we want. Half a bullseye,
Okay.
like how you have half a bullseye.
Okay, so you have a circle and a dot, you said?
No, I don't have a dot. I just have 2 circles.
All right, I'm gonna flip it so I can see your board a little bit better. Okay, I see your 2 circles. Okay, so what should we do here? We definitely want to keep your circles, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So now the other difference is normally if you're playing 1 player, you could just Derek, he could just roll his 2 dice again and keep the 2. But since we're playing together, there's a sacrifice that needs to be made. If you want to re-roll 1, you have to remove 1. So
I can sacrifice 1 of mine, and you can sacrifice 1 of yours to re-roll 1 of your dice. Or what
yep.
you got in mind?
Yep. So I will sacrifice 1 to re-roll 1.
Okay.
And I got a half circle.
Okay. I have a half circle, but I have. So what do you want to do?
Well, we both have 2 half circles, and we can't use either one of them. So why don't we throw both of those out, and you re-roll, and hopefully get a dot.
Okay. Nope. I got a black. I got a half circle that we can use.
Okay, so now wild shot.
Okay. X.
Oh my god. All right, well that's what you call a complete wipeout. Total miss. We didn't hit the cattails, we hit nothing.
Yeah.
All right, so all right, let's go for round 2.
Yeah, so that was round 1. And you add up your rolls you add up your catches over time. That's why they give you 4. Okay, better.
Yeah, I got better too.
All right.
So I have one bullseye, half we can use.
I got the other.
And what else did you get?
I got a circle and a dot, which is a bullseye. I've got a half a circle and a half a bullseye.
I got two
Oh
half
wait, I
circles.
can't use this one. I can't use this half a bullseye I got. I keep forgetting it's
All right.
the red die one. It's
Yeah,
the
yeah. Okay, so I have half a bullseye we can use, and you already have a bullseye. So why don't I'm gonna remove my two trash rolls to reroll one,
okay.
and I got another trash roll. So all I have is a half bullseye.
Yeah, and I can't get rid of these two to reroll anything. So we Kate said,
Why
"Hey,
can't you?
Kate said, hey Greg, have
What?
you forgotten about my dice rolling?"
No, but why can't you? Why can't you reroll those? You can get rid of one and reroll the
I
other.
thought you had to ditch two to roll one.
No, you ditch one
Okay,
to
so
reroll one.
I thought that was only solo on two player. It was you had to ditch
No,
two to roll
okay.
one.
No, so if I'm looking at this correctly, you have a half circle and a half bullseye. Neither one you can use, right?
Right.
So you're going to throw one out and then reroll the other.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dot. And you're up for the wild shot this time. So we're basically
Okay.
handing off between the wild shots between each other.
Okay, so we have one bullseye.
Yep.
And we have two.
Okay. Two bullseyes.
Okay, here because I got the automatic bullseye on the wild shot dice.
Yep. So we
All
got
right.
two bullseyes, and
Two bullseyes.
we need 6, and we're on round 3.
Yeah, not ideal. But let's see what happens. All right, I got an automatic bullseye and a circle.
I have a circle that we can use, a circle we can't use, a blank, and a circle, or a half bullseye we can use, a half bullseye we can't use, a circle, and a blank. All right, so we've got one bullseye off of what you have. I'm going to ditch this blank and re-roll. I'll re-roll the circle because you already have one. I got the dot, so we're good.
Nice.
So we've got.
So we got two bullseyes already.
Yep, pretty much. Pretty much.
Okay, so we got two bullseyes, and then you roll the wild.
Okay. What is with this X?
Ooh. Well, we can throw away something we don't need. So.
Yeah, and I'll throw away my one.
All right.
My
so
locked in one. So we're still at 2. So we're at 4 right now.
4 going into the final set.
Yep, 4 going into the final step. So let me.
Do this.
Don't argue with the dev. It's more. So the final step now. This is the 4th one. We've got 4. We need 2 more to be successful. So let's see how it goes. I got a bullseye.
You did. I did not, but I got. This is the only thing I have useful.
All right, I'm gonna ditch this blank so you can re-roll something.
Oh, I have 2, so I can throw one out and re-roll.
Oh, okay. All right, go for it.
So I'll do that. And I got a blank.
Ugh. All right, so I think because I wouldn't be throwing anything
so
else.
Close.
Yeah. You're rolling the wild shot die. It's on you.
It's all down to this one roll.
It's all down to this one roll.
I could just lie and tell you guys I got it. I missed.
You missed? Oh no!
I missed.
Did you get an X or a blank?
No, I got a whiff.
Oh. So
it was down to the wire.
So we go to card 63, which says no luck.
No luck.
All right, so we lost that. I am missing card 63.
No. You want me to?
Yeah.
I can read it.
Yeah, I'll let you take that one over.
Okay. So, here's the card. It's kind of unique because this is us going down to the tackle shop to do a little fishing on our own now. So I'll read it, then I'll put the card back up so you can see it. 2 logs, tackle. You head down to the tackle shop to buy bait. You'll need it to fish. 2 log keeps a spare fishing rod for you behind the counter. Now there's 3 types of tack or of bait. Let's see if I can. So there's horseflies, there's whistle crickets, and there's stink worms. There's only one of each in stock. Horseflies are free. Let's see. Whistle crickets are 1 gold, and stink worms are 2 gold. And it says, buy your bait, take a cube of the associated color, red, green, or yellow. If you're broke, horseflies are free. And then this is also, he gives you a fishing rod. So we would equip this to our card. And then we go on to fishing lessons. But before we do that, we need to decide what we're going to buy.
I got 1 gold left, so I'm going to use that gold to get the 1 gold fishing item.
Okay. So so we get a whistle cricket, and then we will also, horseflies are free, so we should get one of those as well.
Okay.
So that would mean kind of like Spire's End, I use a lot of the 8mm cubes. So you would pull these would represent your bait. Okay. Do you have card 64?
I do.
Okay, good.
I gotta shrink it back down. Hold on.
All right, I gotta step away for just one moment.
Yep. So then we pull card 64, which, oh, here's 63. It was under 64. That's odd. So we can show you a little bit better what that looks like, which is this. And then we're going to card 64, and this is a flimsy fishing rod. So we go to card 64, fishing lessons. So pull the 3 fishing cards, card 91, shuffle and place them face down like so. Card 91. 1, 3. So this is them face down. Right here. So it says shuffle them and place them face down. Yeah, face down. Okay, shuffle them up. And face down like so. Place 1 or more bait cubes on the fishing spots cards you would like to cast on. All bait purchased must be used. So they all look like they have the same thing to do. They all have accuracy of 4. They're all 1 set, and they all use the same dice that you can use. So I'm going to put 1 here, the black cube there, and the red cube. Greg, I found card 63. It was under 64.
Yeah, I heard that.
And then we'll do 1 here.
So with these, the cards are supposed to represent different spots on the creek. So yeah, I'm just pointing that out.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Roll as you would during an encounter and attempt to meet the conditions indicated on the fishing spots card. If those conditions are met, you've got a bite. Turn the card over. If the bait you use is listed, you have successfully caught a fish. Fish is instructed, then draw the card 66. So this one we're not fishing at, so that can be removed. So we're doing these 2. All right, and we are an accuracy of 4. Are you joining me for this one, or am I going solo?
Why don't you do this one solo, and then we'll see what happens next.
Okay. So I need to get a circle, a dot, and a half circle. Actually, no, those are the ones that are accepted. I need to get 1 bullseye. So I've got a dot. These 2 aren't accepted, so I'm going to remove this to finesse these 2. Ah! I almost had a circle. So I'll get rid of that one. Hey, there it is. So I've got a circle, but I still have to roll a wild shot die, which is a blank, which I'm okay with. So this one, I was able to get the 1 bullseye. So I'll flip that over, and it says sunfish. Let's get that. So bait, horsefly. So basically any bait would work, which is great. Bravo, consuming this fish will bring you luck. You can now use the gray wild shot die. Remember that only 1 wild shot die can be rolled at the end of each set. If caught, place this in your inventory, otherwise discard it. And we did catch it, so that's going in our inventory.
So I don't know. Do you have the other wild shot dice?
No,
I don't think you do.
No, I just have the base one.
The one. So just so people know, this is kind of the leveling up system in the game. It's a minor leveling up system, but it's there. It's kind of a it's a pool of dice that you can use on encounters. So what you're given is an additional wild shot dice that will have a different a modifier on it, and you can try and collect these as the game goes on. Um, so what I can show you is I have it. I have a few of them here. I can show one. The one that would be. So now, before, because I don't think anyone really saw what's on the wild shot dice, there's a automatic bullseye. There's an X, which is scratch. That means one has to be removed from play. There's nothing. And then on this one now, it has the reroll function. So if this were to come up, you could reroll something locked that you don't like.
Nice.
So that's the new ability.
That's a nice upgrade. I like it. I like it. All right, so we're going for fishing again. We've got a circle and 3 blanks. Fantastic. So I'm going to ditch one. We've got a half a circle and a circle, which means nothing to me. So we're going for the dot. Ooh! It fell on the floor. And it was the dot on the floor, but I gotta re-roll it. So, nope, that's a miss. We roll the wild shot die to hope that this gives us a bullseye. And it doesn't. It gives us an X, because that's what it's been rolling all night. So, that was no good. So, that is lost. And we proceed on to card 66. Order 66. Okay. So, 66. Crossroads. The road ahead forks into two. An old sign marks Hickory Hills to the right and Pointy Peaks to the left. Both will eventually lead to Crow Falls and from there to the coast. Keep this in mind. But you're not sure which to take. What to do. A crow lands on the right side of the sign. Maybe the crow knows the way? But then another crow lands on the left. Then another. They start to furiously caw at you and ruffle their feathers. These birds look angry. One of them leaps forward in your direction. The crows attack. 66 and 67. All right. So this is really cool. I like how what's going to happen here. And so we flip these two over, and we've got battle time. So this is more than just test. This is a fight. And Greg, if you want to go into and explain these two cards, we can start off with 67, which is the Hildegard card.
Yes. So what's going to occur is you're going to fight the crows the same way we did before. The ripple in here now is that they can now hit us back. So how they hit us is by filling what I'm calling a bullseye meter. This is Hildegard's bullseye meter, and they have to fill it in numerical order from left to right. So they have to hit us with 7 symbols in this exact order. So they couldn't roll and, fill in a portion of it like number 4 or 5 or 6. It has to be filled up like a meter. And there's a few different things that can occur. When certain ones are filled, if there's a little tab underneath with something there, that's something that triggers when that space is filled. And if it's gray, if it's the red ones, kind of the reddy orange, that means that we can block that spot with if we roll that symbol. If it's gray, we cannot. So we also have the ability, if we don't want to use our rolls for bullseyes, or if we have some junk that we can't use to make a bullseye, we might want to try and do a block. And we could do 1 block per set. That's the majority of it. I can explain how the Crow's AI system works when I actually do it. I think that would probably be best.
Yeah. So our accuracy on Hildegard is 4. The Crow's accuracy is 3. So, Greg, I'm hoping that you will be joining me for this combat. We need to hit, and I can hold up the Crow's card again. So their XP is 3. To take them down, we need to hit them for 8 bullseyes. So So, and this is not a set of sets. That's not how this combat works. So remember when we were going through combat? Let me pull an older one. It's probably the creepy old dude would be best since that's the one that we did go with. So when we fought the older gentleman, the card peddler, it was 3 accuracy, and we had 1 set to get this 1 bullseye. That's how we determined progression. This is combat. There is no sets. We fight till somebody dies. Like, there is no running away.
Yeah. There's sets. It's just there's sets until somebody wins and somebody loses.
Right. There's no like we don't have 3 sets or 4 sets until they win. It's just each set we just keep going and keep going and keep going. So we're rolling 4. The crows are going to roll 3. So let's go ahead and roll them up.
So we go first though.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, I'm just making sure you were. Okay. Yep. I'll roll my 3 and you'll roll 4.
Yep.
And away we go.
And the set and the combinations that we can only use to hit them are these, which are the half bullseyes, the half circles, and the dots. So full circles are not counted. So I got
good stuff.
Oh, nice. I got a half bullseye, a dot, a blank, and a circle. So I can ditch my circle.
Okay, well, I have a half circle too, so we can make a bullseye out of. Oh wait, I thought you had one.
No.
Never mind.
I'm gonna ditch my blank to re-roll the circle. There we go. Now we got it. I got a half circle and a dot.
Okay, so we can combine that with my half circle.
So we've got 1 bullseye, and then you said that you have.
I already have another one. Yep.
So that's 2. So we've got 2.
All right.
I'm going to put this one that's left on that red to block. The half bullseye.
Wait, still got the wild shot.
Oh, that's right. I'll put it on the. I thought you can put it on grays.
You cannot put anything on grays, but I'm just saying we got to roll the wild shot before we decide what we're going to do.
Fair enough. Go for it.
I'll do it since we're going to use the upgraded die.
Okay.
All right, I got a scratch.
Ugh.
But you can scratch the piece of junk there. We got that half bullseye we don't need.
Yeah.
All right. So
we've got 2.
We got 2 bullseyes.
Yep.
And we can't do any blocking, so that's it. Okay. Do you want to roll for the crows so that you can show them how that goes?
I'll do the first one and then you can go from there. So the crows are going to roll 3. So we're going to roll these 3 dice against us. So is the gray the first number 1? Is that the red bullseye, or is it any half bullseye?
It's not the red one.
Okay, so they didn't get that. So they'll ditch 1 to re-roll the 2.
No, they don't. They just lock it. They play like normal. So they're gonna they just have to lock 1 and then roll the other 2 again.
Right. So they're gonna lock this one. The reason why I say they're locking the red because I believe number 2 is the red, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So they're locking that one and re-rolling these 2. Okay. So they've got 1 hit, 2 hit that they locked in, and they can't ditch this one, so they've hit us for 2.
Okay.
So we take
it's a tie game.
We take 1. We take 2. Does that make sense, everybody? If it doesn't make sense to you, let me know and or let Greg know, and he can walk through. But basically, I kept this because that was the number 2 one, right? Because this is what, and then they re-roll these 2, and they got this one, which was the number 1. So then they hit us for 1, which is this. They then use that one, which is 2, and they couldn't re-roll this to try to get a circle because there's nothing to ditch. So they hit us for 2.
It might be easier if they saw the card bigger, but more or less it's set up in a fashion where you can't make any decisions for the crows. They have a set of hard rules and they will always follow them.
Yep.
So it's automated and you can't cheat or make them easy or make them hard. They're going to do exactly what they're going to do.
Yep. It's not rolling well for the crows. This was my only roll for the crows. It's on Greg after this, so we're ready for our second set.
All right. And we also, we have a wild triggered.
We have the gray wild shot for the fish, right?
Well, no, I'm saying that because they filled that first square, they've triggered wild.
Okay. And you want to run through what wild means?
Wild just means we can re-roll our wild shot dice if we don't like the result on our next set.
Okay.
On this set. On this set.
On this set that we're doing now. All right.
Yep. Okay, here we go.
Yep.
All I have that I can use is a dot.
I have a dot and a half bullseye.
Oh, you do have a half bullseye. Okay. So I have to throw. I'm going to throw out my circle to re-roll one.
Okay.
And I got a half circle. So here's what I'm left with.
All right. So let me see what I can do. I'm going to keep the half bullseye, ditch the blank, and re-roll these two. I've got one bullseye. That's all I got. I got basically two halves, making it one bullseye.
Okay, that's good enough.
So we hit them for one.
Okay, let's see what we get with the wild shot here. But we got an X, but we don't want the X, and we've got a buff for this, so let's re-roll.
Yeah, because of the wild.
And we got funny. Now we got re-roll. So we can take one that we have down on and re-roll. So I'm going to re-roll my half circle and try and get a circle.
Circles don't count for this one.
Oh, shoot. You're right.
But I can re-roll my one dot to see if I can get a half circle.
Okay, yeah, do that.
Nope, I got a dot again.
Damn it. Damn it.
So we got one bullseye on them.
All right.
And so now it's on you.
Yep, I'll roll. Okay, what do they have filled? They have
circle, dot, half circle.
Wait, what's circle? They have spots 1 and 2 filled, correct?
Yes, that's correct. That's
okay.
correct.
Okay. So unfortunately, they are now going to fill spots 3 and 4 because I rolled the 3 and 4 spot. And then they're going to re-roll to see if they can get the 5th spot, and they did not.
Okay.
So this is going pretty fast. We need to. This is our last time to block. If we get a half circle, we need to block.
Yeah, we'll block. Okay.
All right, here we go.
You are kidding me. I got trash too. I got a half a red bullseye, a blank, a circle, and a circle.
Well, half bullseye is good.
Yeah, but the rest is trash. So...
Yeah, the rest is trash. Okay, so I'll keep one of my dots, and then I'll toss one to reroll one.
Okay.
And I got a half. Okay, this is what I'm left with.
All right, so let's see what I can do. I'm gonna ditch this one to roll these two. I got a half circle, so we got one. We got one. But if I don't know if we want to use the one or if we want to block.
No, we want to use it. Don't we?
Okay.
I mean, here, let's see if we get the wild shot.
Okay.
We got nothing. I mean, I say we take it, but if you want to block,
let's do it. Let's do it.
All right. It's a tie game here, more or less, 4-4. I'll tell you, I'm doing this thing all right. Okay. They're filling spot 5.
Oh no.
And they are going to re-roll the other 2. This could be bad. This could be really bad. Nope. Let's see. One more. Nothing. Okay. So they're just filling spot 5.
And 5 hits the tame number. So describe what tame means.
You are gonna have to describe what tame means because I don't have the rules in front of me.
Okay. Hold them up.
It's a little embarrassing. I don't know all the conditions, but you know.
How dare you not have memorized every single thing ever? Let's see. But on page. Here we go.
It should be on the last.
Tame says no wild shot on next set.
Okay. No wild shot for us.
Yep. So here we go.
Here we go. All right, let's go again.
Oh boy. You got.
I got a half bullseye, a half circle, and a blank.
So we've got 2.
We have 2 bullseyes already?
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
Okay, so we both have 2 blanks, so I'll throw my blank out so you can re-roll yours.
All right.
Does that do us any good? Is there anything it combined with?
It gave me another blank.
Okay. All right, so we got 2. Hey, we're almost there.
Yeah, so we're 2 shy of winning and 2 shy of losing.
Yes. The intensity of it, can you feel it?
You know what? This is the last the times where we've played this before has never come to this.
We're down to the wire. Okay, he could get us in one shot here. So, all right. Okay, he could potentially use these 2. He hasn't got us yet, so it's down to 1 roll. If he rolls the pip or the dot here, we're out. Otherwise, all right, we're clean.
All right.
We'll live to fight another day.
Nice. So
right,
no.
Let's do it.
This Mr. Crow. Let's take him out. Let's do it.
This is it. Okay. I got 1.
What you got?
I got a bullseye with a.
Okay. Boom. So then I have half a bullseye, a dot, a circle, and a blank.
And the other one I have is a half circle.
Okay. Let's keep that half circle. I'll ditch this blank and see if I can get another half circle.
Okay.
I got half a bullseye.
Wait, well then you got 1 too.
Right? I got a bullseye.
And I got a bullseye.
Booyah!
So we got him.
Awesome. Woohoo! So we took him out. Hit him for 8.
Nice.
Man, that was down to the wire. That was awesome.
That was exactly how it's supposed to go.
So, okay. Oh, we forgot something. The wild shot.
What did we forget? Oh, well, it doesn't even matter because we have something we can.
We have something we could ditch.
We can get. Yeah, I did get an X.
Okay, but we had something we could ditch. So we're good.
We did. So we're good.
Okay. We ditched the pip.
Don't want to cheat.
We ditched the pip, so no cheat. All right, so when we win, we go to 73.
Want me to read it?
Yep, go for it.
Pluck luck. It says, free the birds at last. You sit down and start plucking the pointy black feathers out of your hair and clothes. For a moment, you're able to sit in peace before you hear it. Something or someone rustling behind you. Do you have conversation card 13? Spoke to Ovind about the ministry?
No.
We do not. We never saw Ovind.
Yep.
So we're going to go to the nope, I don't, which would be card 74.
Okay.
Which would be the okay. I'll let you take that one.
You want to go through it?
Sure. Hurling husks. Says rather suddenly you're hit in the back by something hard and blunt. The blow knocks you over. You turn to see a scarecrow, not 10 feet away, hurling corn husks at you. This must be an enchantment to ward off those rabid crows. With all the feathers lying around, this one must be a little confused. All right, so here's the main encounter. So we're going to be pulling cards 96 and 97.
Mm-hmm.
And then laying down cards 75 and 76.
Yep. So 96 and 97, we've got the Corn of Chaos card. We've got this. And we've got Hildegard. Once again, we're entering in combat with... Oh, look at this art. Look at this art. This thing is awesome. So this time, the Scarecrow is, and you see, look at the hand is reaching back for like these ears of corn to throw at you. But now this is different. We Now we don't get the, for me it'll be the red bullseyes. We'll get the black ones, half circles, circles, and dots. Accuracy of 3, need 8 to beat, and then for us, we've got a whole new different set that we get hit against. So this is a completely different card, but we're still at 4 accuracy. So I'm gonna put this card between these, like it says here, because it says Corns of Chaos. The Scarecrow throws corn missiles. They will affect your set. Lay out the cards just as you see here. At the end of each Hildegard set, turn this card counterclockwise. Starts with Hone. It shouldn't be Hone because you don't have Hone on there anymore.
No, that's since been revised.
Okay, what should it start with? Wild?
It starts with Wild.
Okay. The status effect listed will affect Hildegard's next set. The Corn of Chaos can be removed from play if you hit it with any 3 bullseye. Ooh, that's new. Please note, Hildegard doesn't get a separate attack against the Corns of Chaos. If the Scarecrow is defeated first, the encounter is over. We'll put that there. And remember, each time this thing turns counterclockwise, a new effect takes place. So we start off with Wild. All right. So we're
so hopefully, as the game goes on, there'll be a new twist each and every time to kind of throw you a curveball. So the idea this time is that he's, the corn's flying at you, and this one is twirling toward you and affecting you. So
yeah. So we're ready to fight this thing. You ready?
I'm ready to do this.
Let's do it.
All right.
All right. So that doesn't.
I have a bullseye. I have a bullseye and the makings of another.
Okay, so I've got a half a bullseye, half a circle, so I need to help you get a dot. So I'm going to, I've got that. I'm going to ditch this to reroll these. Come on, dot. Oh. I've got a half a bullseye, half a circle, and a circle. What did you have again? So you need a dot. You need a dot. Okay. Do this. Oh, I got a bullseye.
Nice.
So what are we looking at? Two hits?
We have 2 hits so far. Do we have okay, so now I can roll the wild shot.
And you can re-roll it because we're on wild side.
What's that?
And you can re-roll it because we're on wild for the Corn of Chaos.
And I do because I got a scratch. So I definitely don't want scratch. Oh, and then I got a re-roll. Okay, so you can go ahead. Do you have anything left that you can re-roll, or is everything gone?
No, everything's gone.
Okay, I have one I can re-roll, but actually, there's no use.
Yeah,
we're out of stuff. Okay, so we got 2 bullseyes.
Okay.
Okay, I'll roll for the crows.
Your crow.
The crows have got slot 3, and they're going to re-roll the other 2 to see if they can get there. They got 2 whiffs, so they got 1 more chance. They got nothing.
Sweet. Take that, crows. All right, let's do it.
So what are we on? Our Corn of Chaos just got turned.
Corn of Chaos got turned counterclockwise, which is this way, so we're on Tame. Tame says no wild shot next set.
Okay. I have a bullseye.
I've got garbage. I got a rock. What else?
I have a bullseye.
Okay, so I've got the red one doesn't count, so you just got 1 bullseye.
Oh, right. You have to. I'm so glad you're here to tell me the rules.
All right, so the red one doesn't count, but you do have a bullseye with the circle and the dot.
I do.
Can you ditch that other one, the one that you can't use, so I can re-roll everything?
Yep.
All right. So he's gonna ditch one of his dice instead of me ditching one of mine, so I can re-roll everything. All right, so I've got another bullseye.
Nice.
And there's nothing else I can do about it.
Okay.
So we're at 2.
We have no wild shot, but we have four bullseyes on him.
Yep.
All right. Excellent start.
Yep.
Did we have? Okay, no, we don't. Okay, they're going. Once again, they missed everything.
Okay.
And they're still missing everything. He has one more try. Nothing. Wow. Good
8.
stuff.
Don't make this harder, Greg. Let's get completely go the other way.
So we're going to. This is going just fine. All right, I'm rolling for me. Okay.
All right, I got a bullseye. I'm good. I got a circle and a dot, so I'm good. I'm gonna ditch.
Well,
I'm gonna ditch one of mine, so you can re-roll all 3.
Well, I can't I can re-roll 2 because I still have to get. I still have to get rid of. How much are you getting rid of? What are you getting rid of?
1.
Just 1, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that means that I can re-roll 1 of these. Then I would have to get rid of 1 to re-roll 1 as well. But I don't want to do that because both of these are good. So I want to keep these.
Okay.
And I'll just re-roll the 1 because you disposed 1. So
yeah. Yep.
You burned 1, so I can re-roll this. So Let's see. Oh, so that's what I left with.
I've got 1 more that I could ditch.
You do?
Yep.
Okay, but it doesn't matter because I already spent everything.
Oh, okay.
That was my final. I can't spend 1 that I've re-rolled.
Oh, we also forgot to turn the Corn of Chaos. So this round would be flub, so it's -1 shot on next set. So this set gets -1 shot.
Okay, I guess we got to redo it then.
Well, if we take what we got, then it would just be a no-hitter. Right?
I don't know if why I don't get it.
So basically with Tame, we didn't get a wild shot, but we hit the Scarecrow for 2. We then turned we then turned it to flub, and the Scarecrow missed us. We then turned it to flub. We rolled what we just rolled, and the flub says that we -1 shot die on our next set.
Well, that means that one of us, you should have only rolled 3 dice, and I rolled 3 dice. Is what should happen.
Oh yeah, so we screwed that up. Yep, let's do it over.
Yeah, let's just redo it. Sorry.
Yeah, my bad. So that happens when you forget to turn the corn husk.
Yeah, okay? So you're rolling 3. I'm rolling 3. I got half bullseyes.
I got a bullseye.
So this one's no good. So I got these 2. So I got a bullseye and 1 we could burn.
I'm all 3 of mine are. I got 2 half circles and a dot.
Okay, so we got 2 bullseyes, and we have the wild shot we can do this time. So I will do that. And we got another bullseye. Kapow. So okay, so we got 3 on him. So
to clear up the confusion on what just happened, when we went to flub, I was supposed to roll 1 less die, and I didn't. So instead of saying, okay, well, we kind of scratched that, we just said scratch it, re-roll, let's just do a re-roll and see what happens. So that's what we did.
And
I screwed up.
At 7. That's all right. And so we got 7 bullseyes on him, and he hasn't hurt me. Hasn't hurt either one of us.
See, you say that, but now it's his turn. You say that.
The corn is just flying. It's hitting nothing. So let's see if I'm rooting for him now. I feel bad. Okay, I don't see this working out for him, man. I think he did nothing. He's just not getting. Can you believe that? How many times has he rolled? He's never gotten a circle.
Yeah.
That's all he had to do.
So 3 rounds and nothing. All right, so then we go to, now I'm going to rotate like I'm supposed to, and we're going to go to hit. And hit is fill next bullseye square.
So he got a hit.
So he got a hit on us. Okay. All right. And then I get back my 4. So then we go.
We do it. This is where we end it.
Put him down. Put him down. And that was trash. Maybe we might put him down. Depends on what you rolled. What do you got?
I got 1.
We won? Oh, yeah. We won. There it is.
Woo.
So we took him down.
Not bad, not bad. I can't believe that's like, that was 12 rolls with rerolls, and I never rolled a circle for that guy.
That's awesome. So we go to card 82.
Okay.
82. I'll let you read this one.
Pummeled Pumpkin. You watch in satisfaction as the Scarecrow's pumpkin head bursts in an explosion of orange and goop. Excuse me, an explosion of orange goop and seeds. Its tattered burlap arms drop lifeless to its sides. The fray has left you covered from head to toe in crow feathers and pumpkin innards, and you didn't pack any extra clothes. It's been a rough morning, but it could have been worse. After wiping yourself down, you notice a note nailed to the Scarecrow's post. If you'd like to read it, pull card 84. I'd like us not to read it because I want to leave that to
Okay.
up to the imagination and for later on.
Okay.
Yeah, and then it would be we have the opportunity to make a choice between the Hickory Hills and the Pointy Peaks. But
I don't have those cards, so that's where this ends.
but that would be going into chapter 2.
Yep.
So that is where we clock out, I guess.
So basically that's the end of chapter 1. We made it to the end of chapter 1 after taking a wrong turn to start. Greg.
You blame it on the guy who wrote the damn thing.
It's all good. It's all good.
Or is it the right way?
Or is it the right way? So basically, there's a choice here to be made. Plus, there's a card to pull. So I do have card 84, but we're going to save that and not show you because Greg wants it to be a surprise for when you get the game in hand and are playing it to step through this adventure. Now, I want you to bear in mind, and I'm going to show you something. I'll put this at the bottom. This is how much of our story that we played. This is how much of the story we didn't play because we didn't take a specific branching path. So this is replayability here. So you'll be able to replay, and when you replay, take a different path and see more of the story and see more of this. So we only played a portion of chapter 1. We got through chapter 1, but we only played such a small portion of such a big chapter. So I think that's really great. I thought that was awesome. So yeah, that was cool. Greg, you got what do you got for us?
No, I had this is our third or fourth time playing.
Yeah.
I had more fun this time than the last time, so I'm feeling pretty good. I mean, obviously, I think the game's all right. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I feel like the balance is worked out pretty well for 1 and 2 players, and yeah, I only wish we had more art to look at on the cards. I always kind of cringe every time I see a card with a blank spot.
I think the art that we have is so good. So there's always a theme too with these that I've noticed. In Spire's End, it was red. Red was the theme. Red was the pronounced color that ran through the cards. In this one, it's orange. I want to say orange, maybe a offshoot like reddish orange.
Yeah, it's kind of like a marmalade type. What I did with this game is I tried to do 3 shades instead. So last time it was blacks and reds, and since this game is a little bit more whimsical and fun, I went for fall colors, and each chapter has 3 colors that are used, bit more or less. I break the rules a little bit, but it's 3 colors for each chapter.
Okay. And a lot of things that you didn't even see in this playthrough that you may see in some other ones that come up during the Kickstarter or when someone previews it is we didn't get any feats of strength because my dice rolls. So we didn't get any feats of strength, but these feats of strength are pretty cool once you get them, and you'll be able to use them. I'm still curious as to what's in the mysterious package in our inventory. I want to know what's in there. We got our lovely.
Got a long way to go.
We got our lovely slingshot. We got our Mark of the Grizzly with art to follow, which will be great. The grappling hook, Greg shared with me what the art of that's going to look like, and it looks fantastic. So once you see it on the card, it's going to be beautiful. I mean, even the fish that we got, where we got this gray wild shot upgrade, which is really great. So you're not always. What's really cool is you're not always going to be rolling the same dice. You're going to be upgrading dice, which is I think that's awesome. I think that's a nice addition to this that really works it out. So, yeah, yeah. This art is gorgeous, Kate. Yes, it is indeed, indeed. This is really great work. The story is fun. Like Greg said, this is about the third, fourth time that we've played this game together, and I've taken I've taken two different paths on the different times that we've played. This path was part of one of them, but I've taken two different paths, and it's all been fun. It's all been great. It all leads to something different. The things you have to deal with are different, and I enjoy it. I think it's a lot of fun. I enjoyed Spire's End. I thought it was awesome. I think this is a great addition to that part of the story. So, Greg, thank you so much. And yeah, Brian, you're right. It has a small footprint on the table. Like I'm zoomed in that you can see, so that you can see where it's taking up, and even that's a small footprint. So,
And that was part of it too. I wanted it to be something that didn't take up a lot of space. That isn't to say that I won't have a playmat though if we get to do this. So you'll have like you know, if the Kickstarter is successful, there will be a playmat add-on. That'll be the only other thing. But it'll just keep everything nice and tidy.
okay, is the playmat neoprene?
It I it's a roll-up mat.
Okay.
But I think technically it's not neoprene, but it's comparable.
Okay.
It's a rubber mat. It's more or less the same. I just don't think they're calling it neoprene.
Okay. All right. Cool. Cool.
Yep.
So yeah.
Well, I mean, thanks, so much for having me on. This is really fun for me. Very, very nervous to have the first playthrough streaming here. But yeah, I think that went really well, and I'm so happy you let me do this.
Yeah, and we got a question. So Brian, who was coming in, he was saying, "Thanks for showing us this wonderful game. When do you foresee the Kickstarter beginning?"
Like I was saying at the beginning, I am hoping to be able to announce the Kickstarter next Monday or Tuesday. It's just down to technical things. There's just some hang-ups of things I need from third parties and stuff like that. I mean, I would set it up right now if it were up just to me, but I'm at that point now where I need things from other people. So as soon as I've gathered all the things I need, it's going to go. Like I said, next week I'm hoping to be able to announce a date.
Awesome. Now,
before the end of July, I can say that.
Okay. All right, and it's going to be delivering next year. So, Greg's done some great work on this. This game is a lot of fun. If you have not played Spire's End, the second printing, you can go to his website, spiresend.com, and order second printing while supplies last, because they will run out.
Yep.
So, thanks so much, Greg. I appreciate it. Thanks so much for joining. For things to come, for me, just tomorrow is going to be we're going to be getting in our horror, and then Sunday we'll be playing Legends of Novus. But thank you so much, YouTube subscribers. Thank you so much, Patreon members. I appreciate you. Check out Spire's End, Hildegard on Kickstarter when it drops. It should be dropping soon on Kickstarter. Decision will be made, but it'll be in the summer of 2021. So look for it then. As I said, if you're like, okay, well, I want to try out Spire's End, the initial game, go on spiresend.com. You can purchase it there while supplies last. It is a fantastic game. I have it on my shelf now that I have a shelf. But I appreciate everyone. I appreciate you for joining me. We'll see you next time. Thanks so much, Greg. See you later. Bye.